around the Department of Defense. This is your daily news brief.
Space, the final frontier. I'm Mark Weeks.
Now the time has come to write the next great chapter in the history of our armed forces, to prepare for the next battlefield, where America's best and bravest will be called to deter and defeat a new generation of threats to our people, to our nation. The time has come to establish the United States Space Force.
Vice President Mike Pence announced plans to create the sixth branch of the armed forces and said we are not the first to do it.
Our adversaries have transformed space into a warfighting domain already, and the United States will not shrink from this challenge. We must have American dominance in space.
He outlined the administration's plan to create the new department branch, which would also need congressional approval. The Pentagon will create an Assistant Secretary of Defense for Space, a new top-level civilian position reporting to the Secretary of Defense. About 200 fighters from the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria Khorasan terror group have surrendered to Afghan forces, and the commander of the U.S. Central Command says they will be prosecuted.
It's important to remember that many ISIS-K fighters did quit the fight, and that is a good thing. The government of Afghanistan has assured us that these ISIS-K fighters will be treated as war prisoners. They have been transported from Jowzjan province to government detention facilities where they will be investigated and held to account for any war crimes that they are found to have committed.
ISIS-K is an offshoot of ISIS in Afghanistan, which General John Votel says does not have overwhelming support in that country and must be eliminated.
ISIS-K is not a popular insurgency in Afghanistan. Everybody is against them. So our focus is on military pressure against the Taliban for reconciliation and destruction of ISIS Khorasan.
The Defense Department has an important role in keeping international order between the nations of Southeast Asia, and department officials say China is behaving in ways which are not in line with keeping a free and open Indo-Pacific. Southeast Asia is a growing trade partner of the United States, and there is competition between China and nations committed to the current international order of the area. Sea lanes in the Indo-Pacific are important and necessary to trade, and must remain open. The U.S. military is helping nations build their defense capabilities and capacity and demonstrates our commitment through military training exercises and operations. That's your DoD News Daily Brief. I'm Mark Weeks. For more information about your military, go to defense.gov.